Again, it's a rich thing.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can use proxy servers in Python in order to disguise or change your IP address and location. For that, we're going to start by opening up a new Python file, and we're going to type import requests here as a first line. So we're going to use the requests module. Now, I'm not sure if the requests module is part of the core Python stack. If it's not, you're going to have to install it. So you're going to open up a terminal on Windows. That would be CMD, and you're going to say pip install requests. So I'm not sure if we need that because it could be part of the core Python stack. If it's not, you're going to see that you have a problem importing that, and then you have to install it like that. Once you have that, what we're going to do is we're going to say requests.get, and we're going to send a request to a web page, to a website, and in this case, I'm going to choose https neural9.com, which is my website, and the result of this function is going to be a response, and I can print then the response.text, so the text of the response, and in this case, you're going to see in a second here that we're going to see the HTML code of neural9.com. So this is how neural9.com responds when you send a basic HTTP request. Now, if the website, whatever website you're using, Google, Facebook, whatever, if they want to extract information from your request, they can do it. They can see the IP address, the location, the time zone, and so on. And in order to show you that this is the case, we're going to now send a request to a special website, which is called ipinfo.io. So we're going to replace this with ipinfo.io and then /JSON because we're going to use the JSON API. And when I now run this, you're going to see more information. Now, if I scroll up, you're going to see also my IP address and so on. I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to scroll up just a little so you can see here that it sees the country, AT, it sees the time zone. If I scroll up a bit more, you can also see the region, which is Vienna. So you can see I'm from Austria, Vienna. You can see the time zone and so on. So they know quite a lot about me. If I scroll up a little bit more, you're going to see my IP address, as I said. So I can also go ahead and make this a JSON object, so response.json, and then I'm going to pick just a country, for example. And if I run this now, you're going to see only AT for Austria. If I do the same thing here with region, we're going to see Vienna. Come on. Region is going to be Vienna. There you go. And now what I can do is I can use a proxy server, so an intermediate or an intermediary server that I can connect to, and then the request is sent from this server. Now, keep in mind that this does not make you anonymous. Just because you use a proxy doesn't mean that people don't know who you are. There are advanced techniques, there are simple techniques to figure out who you are, and of course, the proxy server can just tell people who you are. So it's not necessarily anonymity just because you're using a proxy server, but it's one step towards that. It's one simple thing that you can do. And of course, it depends on the proxy server that you're using. In this video, what I did is I just picked two proxy servers that worked. You can just go to Google and type proxy server list, and then maybe a country. You can try France or Japan or USA or whatever. And oftentimes, it's not only anonymity that you try to get. Oftentimes, you want to just pretend that you're from a different country because the request, if you send it from Austria, for example, doesn't work. If you send it from Russia, it works. And based on that, you can use a different proxy server. So in order to do that, what we have to do is we have to create a dictionary. And this dictionary is basically the proxies dictionary or the servers dictionary, whatever you want to call it. And in here, what we do is we specify a string, which is the protocol, for example, HTTPS for secure HTTP. And then the value of that is the server that we're going to use. Now, again, I just picked two random IP addresses that seem to work. At least they worked yesterday. I hope they will work today as well. And one of them is from Japan and the other one is from the United States. So this one is from the United States, 52.183.8.192. And then they have a certain port. And the port number is actually, what was it? The port number is 3128 in this case. Again, if you want to use a proxy server, you can just look through a bunch of lists. Some servers are not going to work. Some servers are not going to support your protocol. So play around a little bit. I also had to try a couple of servers until I got one to work. But then you have this proxy dictionary here. And what you have to do with the request now is you just have to say proxies equals proxies. like that. And then what you get is you get a response, hopefully. In this case, what's the problem here? Oh, we need to pass HTTPS here as well. And then you can see I am now from US, Washington. I can also print the whole thing. So I can go ahead and just print .text. And you can then also see that the IP address is a different one. It's the IP address of the proxy. So this website that I connected to believes that I am here. I'm from this city, from this region, from this country, and so on. And of course, I can also use a different one. So another one that I found is the following. This was the Japan server. I hope it's still up. 140.227.69.170. And then colon, which port did I use here? 6000. And if I run this now, we're hopefully going to see, there you go, Japan, Tokyo, and another IP address. So this is a very simple thing that you can do. Of course, you can have your own proxy server. You can have a paid proxy server. You can just take one from the list. Inform yourself about proxies, what they actually do, what they cannot do, what they're for. But in this case, for example, if there's a website that I can only send requests to from a Japanese IP address, I can use a proxy, this proxy, to send requests even though I'm from Austria. So this is one little trick that I wanted to show you how to do this in Python. So that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed and hope you'll learn something. If so, let me know by hitting a like button and leaving a comment in the comment section down below. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell to not miss a single future video for free. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. See you in the next video, and bye.